As a fellow user of YouTube for I don't know, I think I started using this site back in 2006. A friend of mine was watching Kingdom Hearts gameplay, and I got so intrigued. And that was pretty much the start of the relationship of me and YouTube. But can someone explain to me, if anybody is watching this video at all, this is a call for help. Why are some videos being categorized as a YouTube Kids video? And because a video is for kids, the comments section are turned off by default. I think that's what's going on. Okay, hear me out. Recently I've been watching, some SpongeBob clips, and as well as like really innocent clips of a bear waving back at a driver, and the driver, or at least the passenger of the driver, threw a peanut butter sandwich to the bear, and the bear caught it. A very simple, wholesome video like that. And the comment section for that video was turned off because it was categorized for children. I didn't bother to read the explanation, but I think it goes somewhere along the lines of because it's for kids, they would like to avoid children reading the comments because of how toxic people can be. But this is a thing about YouTube, isn't it? Okay, I'm just gonna be very straightforward and honest right now. The comment sections of YouTube is simply the best part of YouTube. You can interact with people, you can have arguments with people, and not just arguments. You can even insult other people and go into some kind of weird shonen insult battle on YouTube and on the internet. Don't you find that fun? Especially for kids. It's good for kids. You get to learn how shitty this world actually is. Out of this experience, I remember my first argument, and it's not argument, some kind of heated exchange between me and a fellow user. Cannot remember his name, but it was back when The Last of Us gameplay, or at least a trailer, was announced, and I simply just commented that it felt strange that Naughty Dog was making a game as violent and as vulgar as this, because if you were to look back at all the other games that they made, Uncharted and Crash Bandicoot, they those games are very, very, very far away from what Last of Us is. And what happened? Yeah, I just commented about that. A simple observation made by a teenager. Yeah, I think I was a teenager at that time. And you know what? There was this guy who came, he saw my comments, he obviously got very triggered. And he was like, hey, yo, bro, it's people like you that's kind of cancerous to this gaming industry, I'm paraphrasing, of course. And I was like, what? I'm just making an observation. Actually, I don't think I was just making an observation. I think I said things that were way, way, way worse than what I'm thinking now. Probably if I were to look back at it, I would cringe at myself, maybe. But I remember that it was I mostly written that comment as an observation. And the exchange got really heated between this guy and me. We went back and forth, and I was so affected by this, but I'll get into that a little later. One of the last words that he said to me was, I think it goes along the lines of, "Hey, fuck you, man." To this poor innocent teenage kid who was kind of shit talking the game. Not because I didn't like it, but it just felt odd and felt strange. And not only just that, it's because I was also part of the console wars back then. I was an Xbox kid because I bought an Xbox with my own money. And, I was just looking at the competition, scouting out what the PS3 is doing and what the Sony boys are praising their Sony gods for. And then I saw The Last of Us, which actually looked like a pretty fly game. But of course I was pretty jealous, and I had to say something really stupid at that time. Now that I'm talking about this, things are getting a lot clearer now. So what happened? Oh yeah, and then I was just simply talking about that. And this guy told me, you know what he told me? He told me to crawl back to my mother's vagina because if I couldn't take what is going on with the real world, because I guess what happened in The Last of Us happens in the real world, and maybe in a way it could be a reality if things actually did turn out that way. Maybe it could be, I don't know, who really cares at this point. But hey, whoever that guy is who told me to crawl back in my mother's vagina, I actually went to buy a PS3 and I enjoyed the first Last of Us game. I actually really liked that game. But I think both you and I will be very, very disappointed with how The Last of Us Part 2 turned out. I did not like that game at all. A lot of writing problems. Me and my brother had a lot of problems with that game. And, we rented a lot of shit. Why? Naughty Dog, why? So yeah, I just want to talk about that. What did we learn today? What the moral of the story? Well, the moral of the story is that YouTube shouldn't be taking comments away. And I'm not looking for some kind of PG explanation about why YouTube comments are taken away for children, because as I've said in this video, I've never actually read their explanation. I don't really care. I just want some kind of conversation. It's just probably not gonna happen, but who knows? Or it could just be a cathartic experience for me, even if I don't really get anything out of this. But a little bit of catharticism. I guess that's how it's pronounced. Maybe that's a term. It could be a term. Who really knows? Yeah. So this has been really cathartic for me. I enjoyed this. I really like talking about this. I really like being stupid. And yeah, I hope you 200 IQ people can educate me once and for all why YouTube is taking away a comment section from YouTube Kids videos, because I for one think that they shouldn't, because I would like to watch videos about a bear catching peanut butter sandwich from some passenger, and I would like to read the comments about that saying, "Ooh, kawaii, ooh, that's very cute, ooh," or watching some SpongeBob clips and people just reminiscing about the good old days, saying things like, "Oh, back then when we were kids, we were SpongeBob and Patrick, but when we grew up, we became a Squidward," or something like that. I just want to see that, I just want to see that. Is it really so much to ask? Really? I'm probably going way too long about this, so I'm going to end this now. See ya.